Okay, next up on our functors is filter. All right, so what does filter do? It takes a function, right? We apply filter to a list or some other iterable, and it takes in a function, and that function should take each element of the list to a Boolean, true or false, and then return a new list with only those elements that return true. All right, so we can literally filter our list according to some sort of qualifications that we have. So yeah, let's look at how do we retain multiples of 4. Right, what do I want to do here? I have a list and I want to get back a list of only those that are multiples of 4. So I'm going to do list.filter. And what do I want to do here? Well, I'm going to take my element x and I want to say do is x mod 4 equal to 0. Right, this will return true if it's a power or if it's divisible by 4, and it will return false if it's not. And that's all we have to do to have this work. And we can see on my long list 4 here, it returns only those that are powers of 4, which is 4 and 8. Again, we could simplify this a little bit if we want. We don't have to have this form. We can just do underscore. And that still works. Right, underscore modulo 4 is equal 0. Either way you want to do it, you can do that. You can also, of course, name the function and then pass that function name into filter, and it will work just as well. Now we can also combine these functors, right? So let's take a list and pull out all the numbers that are multiples of 4 and then divide them by 4 and return that list. So what would we do here? So let's do filter fun. And it's kind of taken a list of numbers. It's going to return a list of numbers. And what do I want it to do? I want to take list and I'm going to filter according, just like I did above, right? So it's a multiple of 4. And then I'm going to apply map. And what do I want to do? I want to divide them by 4. So underscore divide by 4. And let's see if this filter fun on list 4. Yeah, so I had 4848 was what happens after the filter step, and then I apply the map step, and that divides 4848 by 4, so I get 1212. And so you can see how functors are useful because we can basically keep on appending them and treating them as essentially pipelines, right? So I've passed it through the filter, and now I'm going to pass it through the map. And we can apply multiple functions for multiple reasons upon any sort of iterable list like this. Of course, if you don't want to have this all in one row, you can always split this up, right? We can say val list 1 is equal to this first half, right? And then I'm going to do list 1 dot map, right? This is equivalent to the last version of this function. What you'll see probably most frequently is something as things written like this, where people like to line up the period notation so you can sort of see this big line of functions that's going on. So you can see I'm going to take list, I'll filter it, and then whatever I get back, I'm going to apply map to it, and then whatever I get back from that, I'll do the next thing, right? So I have this long list of dot somethings, which depends on how comfortable you are reading this format. But in some ways, I mean, I kind of like it. So that's filter, right? Pass in a function that returns a Boolean, and we get a sublist of only those elements that return true on that function.